Indianapolis marks 1 year since the mass shooting at a FedEx facility that left 8 people dead. According to police, a former employee attacked during shift change at the facility near the airport. It was 11 o'clock on a Thursday night.
Remember them. Remember how important they were. They're not just 8 people that were taken.
This morning, families and friends are remembering the victims: Matthew Alexander, Samaria Blackwell, Amarjeet Johal, Jasvinder Kaur, Jasvinder Singh, Amarjeet C. Khan, Carly Smith, and John Steve Weiser did not come home from work. They ranged from 19 to 74 years old.
And News 8's Hannah Mordeau shares some of the victims' legacies.
With so many lives stolen in an instant, the heartbreak and shock, it's still fresh for families. Life isn't the same. It never will be. But the memories, that's what they hold on to today.
These are just some of her happy face.
Perfectly preserved in pictures.
I cry a lot, but there's so much to smile about. I had her for 19 years.
Through the tears, Karen Smith can find the moments of happiness.
We just don't want her to be forgotten.
Remembering her 19-year-old daughter, Carly. You keep her close to your heart.
Yes, I have her name tattooed on my heart.
She also holds on to Carly's laugh, literally here and there.
Sorry.
It's her personality the family reminisces about when they meet every month on the 15th and share memories of Carly.
Oh, she was so funny. She would just light up the room. She was constantly smiling, cracking jokes. She was just the light, really.
A light in the darkness of that fateful day.
It's still fresh.
Karen says there's still anger.
You don't know that your baby is going to be taken from you. I shouldn't have had to see my daughter in a casket. I shouldn't have had to tuck her in one last time.
Her other children grieving and changed forever, but they must move forward.
There is no stop missing her. But we try to forgive, not hold grudges about things, and just move on.
All the families are tied together this way. 48-year-old Amarjeet C. Khan was a mother of 2, a member of the Sikh community. I reached out to her family, but never heard back.
My community, they told me my dad is dead. They see over there, but I still don't believe it.
That was Jaswinder Singh's son after the shooting last year. The 68-year-old had just started working at FedEx. He hadn't even collected his first check. Now his son tells me the wounds are healing, but it's still so painful. On this anniversary, the family is together in India. But what his nephew said last April still stands.
But this is a hate against humanity.
You just can't believe this is forever.
John Steve Weiser's wife, Carol,
His hallmark trademark was his mustache. I miss my companion, for sure.
wants the community to learn from this,
Don't forget this, and they're aware that these horrific things can and do happen.
but hopes they never feel this.
We used to walk around the neighborhood hand in hand. I'll never have that again.
The 74-year-old was the love of her life. He meant the world to her.
I just feel heartbroken that he's gone.
The two were about to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary when the shooting happened.
You still grieve this person, you still miss them terribly, but the shock part of it is not there.
It's shock, sadly familiar to Carol. The couple's 1-year-old son died of a brain aneurysm in 1984. Their 2 other children are grown, and Carol says Steve was always so proud.
I want him remembered as a very loyal, family-oriented man.
Now without him, life is lonely.
That's the hardest part of knowing that he's never going to come back.
But this is loss. Different for every family, yet the same
Grief-stricken
sad reality.
and overwhelmed.
And it is overwhelming. The families tell me getting back to normal seems impossible, but they hope after this first anniversary, life gets a little bit easier. Hannah Mordeau, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.